It's time now to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and the registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Vicki, did you turn your clock ahead today? Are you really here at the right time?
I am here. I am here,
right.
George, but I am not sure if I'm really here. Okay?
Listen, this spring forward is always a little tougher than the fall back. I don't know what it is. And I know you're from Central Time Zone, and if you go home, you're an hour behind. I don't know, somehow that's different than losing that hour.
It is, okay? It's very different, and it seems like, I don't know about you, but I felt like this year, this change came faster than other years.
It was here all of a sudden.
Exactly. And so I know that, and this is not to say that it is going to happen in next year, but I know that there is some legislation out there concerning the fact that let's just find out a time and stick with it.
Yeah,
and
Vicki,
let everybody stay there. Okay.
I read about that, and I thought it had been approved, but apparently in one house it stalled, and then in
exactly
another house, and then the state was looking at doing their own thing. They haven't really gotten around, like New York State, for example,
right.
Was looking to do their own thing, and that didn't happen. So we'll be doing this for a minute until they can figure out whether we're going to keep doing this for a minute. Meanwhile, Arizona right. and Hawaii say, go ahead on with your bad self. We're not doing nothing, and we never have and never will.
It never will. Okay, exactly. So right now, again, okay, we've got this patchwork quilt of administrations across the country that are deciding on their own exactly how they're going to handle a situation like this. But again, yes, I'm here, glad to be here. And looking at why we're here this week, I have a little bit of, I won't call it cleanup, but a little bit of a need to go back and review one thing, which is our last Black History Month Jazz and Arts Cabaret, which was held on for the 15th year, which was a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
There were some things that I wanted to say that I didn't get to say. And what I decided?
At the event, you didn't say?
At the event, yeah, some things I wanted to, we were so excited. And things were moving so fast and everybody was so happy. There were a couple of things that I didn't get to say that I want to make sure that I put out there, as they say, on the record, that we have them on the record. The first thing is, I have been asked several times, who was that lady who wouldn't stop dancing? Who was that person who made us dance for 2 hours? So for those of you who have not been around all of the time that we've had the Jazz and Arts Cabaret, the Black History Month Jazz and Arts Cabaret, that is Miss Earlene Jones, my wife, my sweetheart, who insists, and she danced me under the table this year,
right?
That we make sure that everybody get up and have a great time. And someone said, well, she never slows down. I said, that's correct. She said, if she is 82 years old, which she is, and I put it out there because she's very proud of it, and can dance for 2 hours, anybody can, unless you have something physically wrong with you, because we never know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Do you know
Be joyous in the time that you have together.
Amen. And do you know I missed something on that
day? What's that?
I missed the conga line.
Yeah, you missed. We had it.
I missed it. No, I'm saying I missed. It was coming around. It was by the time it came back, it was done, because I saw people coming. I was like, oh, it's too late. I can't get it.
Right.
That's how much fun it was.
Okay, that is a tradition for us to have the conga line. The second thing is I wanted to, and I have to again, thank our sponsors, our co-sponsors and individuals who have supported us for years, like Wegmans and National Grid and the Burns family. Oh my goodness, Bill and Nancy Burns, for how they've always supported the having the buffet done for us. And our new sponsors, Clark Capital Management and Asset Mark and Heritage Financial Partners. And to say to all of the Divine Nine, this is what I didn't get to say, who showed up to make sure that Mr. George Kilpatrick was properly honored. Thank you for coming out and supporting, because there were several members when I went through the photos, George. And for those of you who are looking for the photos, if you go to my website, brackensfsn.com, and look in the events section, and there's a special section for the Black History Month Jazz and Arts Cabaret, You will find the links to all of the photos, and there are hundreds of them there. Feel free to download whatever you think is appropriate or you want to use as a memory. To our long-term participants who have also traveled across the country, especially here locally, someone who has never missed, it's the first time I didn't see her in the audience, Miss Eugenia Summerhill. Miss Summerhill celebrated, she's normally on the dance floor with Erlene, because she was 94 years old the week before the event. Unfortunately, she was feeling under the weather that day. That's the first time in 15 years that I can remember her not being there. But I wanted to shout out to her and say thank you for all of the years of support. And then my good friend, all of you who know Miss Antoinette Montague, who comes up every year from New Jersey, who was there for us, okay, to make sure that she was there for George, especially. She wanted to. I saw the picture of the two of you hugging up, okay, and her congratulating you.
Oh, I gotta go find that picture.
For the rescue, okay.
I gotta
Jazz
find
Woman
it
for the rescue. Now, George, can you name all of the performers?
What do you mean name them? Like
all the years? Do you know who they are?
No. I mean,
okay, I'm gonna do this fast because we're gonna use this as a kickoff or something.
Right.
Okay. Here we go. Nicole Henry.
Yep.
Then we had Antoinette Montague for 3 years. Alan Harris. Shermer Andrews. KJ Denhart. Jakeem Joyner, who was with us for 3 years. Selena Albright.
Yes.
Eric Harris. Jasmine Gent. Gerald Veasley. Then Althea Renee, who was with us for 2 years, and Jeanette Harris. We have had an amazing lineup. But who are we going to have in 2024?
Yeah, who?
Who are we going to have in 2024?
Do you know?
What I'm asking for right now is I want recommendations. I'd like for our audience to help us make a choice. Send the recommendations to Brackens at info@brackensfsn.com. Be sure if you have a link or a video or something of that performer to include that, because over the next 90 days, we'd like to put our package together for 2024 so we can look at possibly doing some pre-sales, because as you know, we sold out this year. And this is the year that we'd like to do something special, George. You know, like maybe Inspiration for the Nation will show up and do a live broadcast.
How about
that? At the show.
Let's go.
Okay. So all of those types of things. So listen to me again. We need your help in choosing a performer for 2024. Go to info@brackensfsn.com and submit your recommendations for next year's performers. And finally, to my team, Michael Jennings, Richard Cooney, Melissa Haywood, Elion Magzino, thank you for the nights up and down of making sure that this event came off flawlessly. And for Ken Royster, who's my partner down in Virginia, who flew up here, he didn't even have boots. I said, where are you going? He came up here, George, with no boots. Came up to make sure, but he looked good in that shiny suit. We want to make sure that we also say thank you to everyone. And we want to now go to what I'm going to call our America's Money Maven moment for today.
Okay.
Okay, and here it is.
The A-M-M-M-M.
You better work on that one, Mr. 1040. Okay. Most people won't know what that joke means, Mr. 1040. We'll come back and talk about that. But here's our America's Money Maven money moment for this week. Okay?
All right, now I see you. Okay.
America's Money Maven money moment, okay, for this week.
All right.
We hear the term generational wealth all the time.
Yes.
We're trying to build generational wealth. But what are you doing about it? We're talking about it. What the kids say, we're speechifying about it.
Ooh,
but what are you really doing about it? So if you recall, on the tables, we had some table tents and some signs around that had barcodes and QR codes for you to get literature and to get information concerning generational wealth. What that information really was is a guide to building generational wealth with your family. So here it is again. I think you can see that. Can you see that, George?
Oh, right there, right there. Hold it right there. Right there, right up, right there.
Okay. At the end of this segment, now I know the people who are listening can't see this.
Let me see. Let me just see if I can grab it while you got that up there. If it's gonna work. Did it work? No, it's not coming through, but we'll get it. We'll get it.
Okay, but what we're going to do is to make sure that we pin it to your podcast. Okay?
Yeah, we'll have it there. Yeah.
So we'll have it on your podcast. But go to that QR code and also look for more information concerning it. We have a guide to building generational wealth that is actually a workbook. Or you can go to our website again at brackensfsn.com, because we are at a point in time, what I would call an inflection point, where we must stop discussing generational wealth and we need to start processing and doing the things necessary to create generational wealth. And the only way to do so is to start with a step-by-step process to make that happen. So look for more announcements around that, workshops that are going to be coming up, things that may be applicable for your family reunions for the summer, because we are no longer going to wait for, what do we call it, George? Zero what?
No more. Zero, no more.
No more. Right.
Yeah.
All right, George, I think I've done everything that's necessary to tie a bow around the last 2 weeks. I congratulate you again on your award. Did you polish it?
It's sitting right there on my table, and it's the award that Vicki's referring to is an award for a Pioneer Public Service Award from the Concerned Citizens Action Project. And what a blessing, Vicki, and it was such an honor. And what did you think of my coat?
Oh, your coat. Okay, folks, you got to go and look at the photos. I cannot describe this coat. George said he was coming out with something special. My, oh my, you must go and see that coat. Okay, so go on to brackensfsn.com, go into the events section, look at the Black History Month cabaret photos for 2023, and look at George's coat. So at this point, George, I absolutely will say our plate is full.
All right, Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and the registered representative of LPL Financial Member SIPC. She is America's money maven.